Hi guys, welcome back to another awesome video. My name is Noks, N-O-K-S, all up in your screen. If it's your first time, welcome. There's a red subscribe button down below. Do yourself a huge favor. You would not regret doing it. We talk about everything around employment, and today I am spilling the tea, guys, and I'm sharing things that I have, not things, lies that I've heard from candidates and how badly it then affected them. So if you are thinking of lying, or if you are in the process, or you are thinking about it, maybe when it comes to your job, maybe just watch this video and do the right thing. Otherwise, you can continue lying about other things, how many partners and how many people you've dated previously, how much money you spent on a certain item, or you can lie to your kids that you don't have money to buy them whatever they want. But when it comes to looking for a job, there are things that you don't want to think you're going to lie about, because trust me, they're going to come back. So what I've done, I've got my phone and I've made a few notes so that I don't leave anything out. So if I do look down, please just know. Otherwise, don't forget, you guys, to give this video a thumbs up. One of the worst things that I've witnessed happening when people lie is when they get blacklisted. Yes, I said it. Blacklisting doesn't have to do about money all the time. So what companies will do, once they picked up or they find out that you lied about something, they will then blacklist you. That means they would not consider you for any position in their company. That means in future. So they sort of put a note on your name on your CV, and whoever can recruit, they can see that in the process that they would not consider you. If you've been sent by a client or a recruitment company, they would let them know that please do not consider XYZ candidate next time, because we have picked up 1, 2, 3. Sometimes they wouldn't be specific, but they wouldn't want to do anything with you, and that will decrease chances of you being employed. Now, I want to share things that people normally lie about and why you should maybe stop doing that. Okay, most people, number one, I'm not going to put numbers to it because I'll probably get confused. Okay, so one common thing that most people lie about is their salary. Now, let me tell you, if a recruiter or someone who's hiring calls you and say there's 1, 2, 3 position, and you know, you like the position, you like the company, and now they're talking about money and they ask you, how much are you currently on? Let me tell you, don't lie, because down the line, when they are considering, let's say you go through the interview, or sometimes companies do that before the interview, they are doing it, they're asking because they want to see if they can afford you financially. Obviously, they would not pay you exactly how much you are getting paid in most cases. So they want to see if they can really afford you, and they can give you an offer that is attractive, that will make you make up your mind and move to another job. So they would ask you for a pay slip. So now when you lie about getting paid a certain amount, and now when you have to sort of give them proof, which is your pay slip, then what? Are you going to make up a pay slip? Do you know someone in finance that can sort of tweak, you know, that's illegal and that cannot be done, obviously. So then your lies catch up with you. Imagine they really like you, they want to give you an offer, and now they are stuck because they want to see proof that this is how much you are getting paid, and maybe they want to calculate and increase by 15% and give you an offer, and they really believe that's really attractive. Now you've just wasted your time, your whole process, your hopes are up here, and now you can't get the job. So don't lie about your salary. Another thing that I've witnessed a lot of times people lying about is their qualification. Now, I do not understand why you would do that. Why would you say you studied at Wits, at Cambridge, at Harvard, and you have obtained BSc in what, and masters in science, and all these things and all these qualifications, and sometimes even training that would sort of need you to produce a proof, which is certification that shows. And let me tell you, there are companies, I don't know where you are watching, but I'm in South Africa. So there are companies that do those things to sort of confirm. They would call or send you through documents to the institution where you say you've got those qualifications from, and they would give feedback as to, they really know Noks. Did Noks really study 1, 2, 3 as you have specified on your CV? And they give feedback. And they are very, very accurate. If maybe you made a mistake by the year, they will come back with the feedback and they will correct that. No, she did not get her degree in 2002, but it was 2003, of which most people, we do make that mistake of saying, I completed in 2002, or else it's 2003. That's not a big deal, but do you really have that qualification in the back? So before you go write your masters and all these qualifications that you are dreaming one day you're gonna obtain, please don't write them. And when you do write qualifications, the ones that you are currently busy with, make sure you do highlight that you have not obtained. It's not in the bag. It's not in your name as yet. Okay? So that must be very clear on your CV, because you don't want to mislead a client. You don't want to mislead a company. They get really excited. You've got all these things. You are wasting your time. You are wasting their time, because it will catch up with you. I can tell you, and I've seen that a lot. Another thing, you guys, that I hear a lot of people lie about is obviously the gaps, employment gaps. And it does happen that you guys, you have to resign based on whatever good reason, or you were in a contract and you were not employed for 2 years. I know it does sort of make a potential employer, okay, feeling a little bit like, should I want someone that has not been working for the past 2 years or 3 years? But trust me, if you are that good, and it's just unfortunate that sometimes those reasons, even if you put them down, you can't really fully express why you have a gap like that. But we know things like unemployment rate has been going up extremely. So most people are going to be at home, not because they want to, but they are struggling to get employment. It happens that family responsibility, your child got really sick and you had to take a break, your parent got really sick, you need to look after someone, and you don't have to lie about those things. I have seen people do lie about adding an extra 6 months, an extra 2 years to their employment history, because they don't want to be judged as to, you have not been working, you are rusty, dusty, whatever they call it, if you haven't been working for that long. But all I'm saying is, please be very truthful about these things. And if they really like you, they're going to invite you over and they would ask you, why have you not been employed, or why did you leave and you are struggling to get a job? It could be because of you got sick, you got diagnosed with whatever, you were going through whatever, mental illness. It's real, and sometimes you really matter all the time. And if you feel you need to take a break and fix certain things, don't be apologetic about it. Don't feel like if you are the best candidate, you remain the best candidate. So what would happen is, when we do reference check and we call the person that you previously reported to, and we do ask, when were you employed, and if it happens that this person says it was for 2 years, yet on your CV it states 3 years, now you are in trouble, because what's on your CV cannot be confirmed by the person that you reported to. So maybe before you do that, before you do that, you really want to consider such things, because you don't want someone to feel like, I don't want to hire this person. There's just so much that I would have to consider when it comes to this person. And another thing is, guys, when you are lying, it will catch up with you. Some people would lie about their responsibilities, and they would say, I was involved in this project where I manage 55 people and all these things. And now when you get employed and you manage 5 people and you are struggling, now your boss or the person that you report to is sitting there thinking, hey, does it make sense that you have managed 55 people, yet you are struggling with 5 people? Because you are giving them a mindset that your managerial skills are up to here and you can manage a number of people and you know how the project must go from start to finish. And now when you have to perform those duties, now it's a struggle. Why is it a struggle? You've never been exposed to it. You make up things because you wanted to get the job. But now you've got the job and now they are questioning you. Now they will sit down and they will start digging in. And when they find out that you are lying, you can't get dismissed, and that would not put a good record under your name. Even getting a job might be even a struggle, but because you would need to give references. And trust me, when it comes to reasons for leaving, which is another thing that most people lie about, very few that have gone through their CV, like tiny few, like less than 1% of people are really honest. And when you read their CV without calling them or developing any relationship at any point where they feel like, Noks, I can trust you now, they don't write reasons for leaving that are really real and they are correct and they are telling the truth. Some people do get fired for whatever, for underperforming and things like that, and they'll never put it down like that. All I'm saying is all these things, they'll catch up with you. You can get a job, but down the line, you know, you'd find that some people do make up other things. I know companies that don't like wasting their time. So when they get your CV, they'll call you to confirm a few things. They'll go do their background check before you come in for an interview. And when they've picked up there's something that they don't feel you are telling the truth about, they'll start coming up with questions around that area just to see if you are telling the truth. Another thing is you just want to save yourself being embarrassed. I personally don't like looking like a fool. I'm sure you are the same as well. So when they do that, you'll then realize these people are up to something. It's because they've done their research on you. They've went and got more information about you, and some things don't seem to really make sense with what they got to what is written down on your CV. Remember, when you apply, you guys, people are just taking what's written down on the paper, and they are really trusting that you are old enough, you are matured enough to not lie on your CV and tell the truth. And obviously no company wants to associate themselves with people that don't tell the truth. Okay, another thing that people mostly like to lie about, especially if you have to do with money, is their credit record or history somewhere there about monies, and if they have been blacklisted. I don't know if that's even an appropriate word to actually use, but are they honoring what they promised financially to whatever financial institution that maybe they've taken a loan or something like that. Some companies, when you have to deal with money or your job has something to do with money and finances, things like that, they really want to make sure that they hire someone that is sort of clean and very honest on that part. And you know, we all grew up where money was not really a big talk even in the household, and so we've been, I don't know, we got used to really not being opening up about these things, even when it comes to looking for a job, and they have a tendency of really impacting badly on us. I can tell you now, if you have to deal with money, companies will do a credit check on you and they will get their findings, and mostly decisions will be made based on that, because companies are trying to save money. They've seen a lot. People have been not scamming, but milking their money in there and there. So they're trying to be safe as well. So if you have been given an opportunity to speak about these things that might impact on you, especially about money, and let's say you've got a loan with XYZ company and you lost your job and you were not able to pay, please be honest about those things, because when you are being honest, it means that you are even ready to take responsibility, and they might maybe consider giving you a job so that you are able to meet up with your commitments financially. I hope I've covered all the things. Those are mostly the things that I've come across about things that people mostly lie about. But you know better, right? You're probably working somewhere and there are things that you lied about and got away with them. Some of you guys lied about some things, and when you realize that they caught me, man, on this one, and I wish I have done better, please use the comment section, because most people would really benefit from that. Share your experiences. Did you lie? Were you tempted to lie? Did you lie and make up your mind? Were you thinking of lying, or you did lie and got away with it? Because some people do lie and get away with it. Guys, I know this year, not only this year, but my goal is to remain amazing and awesome by giving you content that will not only help you just for now, but in future. So this might not be applicable to you and you think you don't need it, but trust me, there's someone that you know. That's why I'm going to ask you to go ahead and please do share this video. Someone out there is probably lying and has been lying all the time, and they just wonder, why do they call me for the first interview and I never get called for the second interview? Chances are, after the first interview, they ask for your permission to actually do some checks, and when they do the checks are different from what you have said with your mouth and what is on the paper, which is your CV, and they ended up saying, we're not going to consider, and maybe you should start doing things right. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, because the information that I just shared is thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on another awesome video. These dogs are bad, ne? They keep barking. But anyway, thank you guys. See you on another awesome video. I hope they didn't disturb.